Members of the committee, and thank you, gentlemen, for coming to display your machines. I've gotten to know them over the years. Mr. Athon and TrueVote actually were one of the bidders on our project in 2002. I'm not sure Avanti was in business at that time. Both gentlemen have indicated that their machines are certified. You understand they're national voting standards, and you have to pass national certification before we would ever allow a machine to be sold in Georgia. My understanding, and I certainly stand to be corrected, is that if they are certified, they have passed certification under the 1990 certification standards. There are now 2002 standards, which I do not believe either company has passed certification. And for that reason, first of all, we could not buy a system that did not pass 2002 voter standards. If these companies have not yet passed the 2002 certification standards, we're not able to go there. I have a lot of concerns, as I've expressed to many of you, about the paper receipt, not because I have any problem with a voter seeing a piece of paper, but as you can see from both of these machines, this paper, from my 45-year-old eyes, is not easy to read. I would not want one of these voting machines that a voter did not get to see their vote, but you know, on our machines, as well as both of these gentlemen's machines, you get to review your vote on that screen at a time when you can change your mind and change it as many times as you want to. And that gives you a verification of your vote. If you somehow distrust that screen, then this piece of paper that is printed by that machine doesn't provide you with any additional level of security. And in terms of whether your vote counts, you're still relying on this computer to count your vote at the end of the day when you're long gone. As they both indicated, the pieces of paper are not what is your counted vote. Even if the voter does not take that paper out of the polling place, the fraud that we've had in Georgia over the decades has always involved paper. My concern is to make sure that in the overall scheme of things, that we do have the best system available to provide the most security at this time of the voting and throughout the counting process. I'm not saying we won't ever have a paper receipt. I'm saying let's wait, let NIST develop the standards, let's see what comes up, let's see when we can afford it. And maybe we can, but I think the biggest miracle would be to think that y'all could come up with $16 million in the budget process. We do have this adding machine tape feature in there that is the audit mechanism for noting any kind of action that is taken on that machine. If somebody opened it and turned it on February the 20th, that's our record that somebody did something to that machine that maybe we didn't know about. That's an additional security feature. That's why it must remain locked. The idea that you could unlock that and allow that to print a voter receipt is a complete misunderstanding. That's a security feature. We run a zero tape in the beginning of the morning to show that there are 0 votes recorded on that machine. The tape stays in place until the end of the day so we can document the exact time that machine was turned off. And you have a continuous tape to record any kind of activity. If the machine had to be rebooted during the day, that would show up. So you have all that documented on paper tape. So no part of the system is ever connected to the internet.